Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Reassembly with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to our battle cruiser. In today's episode, we're going to be finally unlocking some more of the unique and interesting drone types. Hopefully, they are a lot better than the scouting type, which are, well, just scouts, and haven't really been serving us all too well. I've already actually unlocked one of the new types, which is the Swarming Shard. Although they don't have the shield or the weird elements of all the different types of drone, these have a much faster regen rate, making them much more similar to a normal factions drone, so hopefully these will be a lot more effective. But before we use them, we do need a little bit more in the way of credits and the way of maximum ship resource with those credits, so let's go ahead and take over a few more damage stations. Now, one thing I will say is that I've listened to quite a few people and they've all said the same thing. I should be putting the larger lasers, the Focus 4s, on auto fire rather than point defense, so they always go after the enemy and simply are never used to defend us against things like missiles and all that sort of stuff. I've honestly never really used auto focus, auto aim. I've always used everything on point defense, so it's going to be a little bit odd to see it in action. Well, it definitely works, as we can see, so that's good and well. And let's get ourselves over to the damage station as soon as possible. I'll be taking your resource and yours, and you're going to die as well, hopefully very soon. Now, this faction did kill this cruiser not too long ago, so I'm a little bit wary about their main guns, particularly of the larger ship over here. I'm trying to spin round as much as possible so he can't core us out quite as easily. Almost got there. He almost got the core. He didn't quite get into the tungsten layer we have, however, to defend the core itself. So, close, but not quite. Let's quickly unlock the station and sell all of our resource to it. You live! Now let's wait for it to actually get a factory. And try and keep it alive until then as well. That tends to help out. Doing trade with a dead person, probably not too effective, honestly. Excuse me, excuse me. Thank you. Still focusing way too much to control this thing. It definitely controls better than anything we've made so far in this series, but even so, it is still a little bit difficult. Okay, its capacity is now full. I need 2,500. Do I wait for it to create more, because I definitely get more credits this way, or do I simply make some buildings, which will instantly sell for a small amount of credits? Well, first of all, let's make sure it's actually building stuff. That tends to help. I don't even know what that is. Build one of the initial stuff things. The initial stuff things. I'm good with words. Now, I could be waiting for it to get to full health, which might be the case right now. It definitely has enough credits, but it simply isn't spawning in any children. Any child ships. Nope, his arc capacity is still full. How about now? Yeah, I think at this stage, let's just make some buildings. Wow, 1,000. What did I just build? I have no idea what's on our current fleet thing. Oh, I just built several at once, that was the problem. So those will float in space until they eventually get somewhere to anchor, and a brand new building will be created. But until then, let's just carry on. It's going to hurt a little bit, so is that. So I think I'll do, once I get the drones, is I'll take away one of my guns after I've bought the extra maximum ship resource. Then that way I could probably have 2 drone ships straight away. That was a very tight fit. So was that. I'm not good at this. Ah, a little bit off. Fire a building at it. There it goes, and now I believe we can indeed have some more ship resource. Fantastic. So these are 450 each. The swarming shard. So the beam weapons of these things have a range of 800, which is very impressive, and a damage of 50 per second. The scouting shards actually do a lot more, but their regen rate is ridiculously slow, but of course they have more positions to actually spawn on, so you can save them up and then spawn a lot at a time. I don't really know which one would be better. I think the swarm would be better in higher numbers, which of course the name kind of hints, but I'm not too sure otherwise. You can never actually get all four, can you? Because you're always going to have to attach it to one edge. Ah well, in that case, just put it on like this. So it creates 0.7 per second. One thing which did scare me, which I saw, was the protecting shard, which has a regen rate of 0.0. Which is kind of terrifying, honestly. I think the plotting shard will still be pretty good because of how many drones you can actually store on it, so between battles you'll store them, then release them as a giant volley. The defending shards have the same kind of problem as a few of the others, which it's just very, very low regen rate. Fair bit of damage, though. Hopefully the swarming shards will be worth their cost. If they're not, well, we can always go back to lasers. Yeah, they spawn pretty quickly. In fact, they spawn incredibly quickly. Look at that. That's good. Yeah, that is far more like a more traditional drone weapon. Get him, lads! Their accuracy is a little bit off. We've got a lot of drones already, 28. Yeah, I think if we had a lot more of these guns, that'd actually be really good. So it could actually do that. What I could do is remove these two and replace the original. That way I can have one more drone launcher, which could go on the very front. Very, very vulnerable there, I'll admit, but even so. And actually, we can almost afford another one. We're not too far off. If we delete these two in the middle, then we have 4 of the swarming shards, so that should be quite a few drones, hopefully. I'll put these on the back section there. Maybe a little bit further to the middle, like there instead. Just let the drones do their work. Are the back ones online? Yep, the back ones are now online. Fantastic. We now have 43 drones and increasing very quickly. 49, no, oh, 50? Is it about 50 I can maintain? Yeah, it's around about 50 then, with their natural destruction. Still not that great though, still not doing that much damage, but at least they're easy to use, long range. I've got their benefits, but I'm not too sure about them just yet. Either way, let's continue and try and get to the next station. I do want to try out all of the drones to figure out the one I prefer over all of them. The shield one, although it looks terrifying by how slow the regen rate is at 0.0, so it's less than 0.1, might be really good because the shields are really, really cool, but I'm hoping that isn't a bug though. And then it ends up just being a matter of they never regenerate. Is that still on autofire? Good. Just making sure. It is nice to see the drones do their work, though. Their accuracy is really bad, though. The scouting shards were definitely more accurate. A lot of the time, the lasers are just skimming off the sides of things. I do think the additional lasers were still a fair bit better. And my factory's been destroyed. Ooh, look, an asteroid. We can actually spawn our buildings onto something this time. Drones, defend me! So they're doing 50 damage per second each. That's still a fair bit of damage. If I could all hit the target, that'd be even better. Almost got one more building. Oh, look at them trying to take out the shield. Oh, they did take out one of the shields. Not overly impressed, sadly. They're not bad. I mean, look, they are doing the damage to this thing. In fact, I think they will kill it over time. It's just a matter of... If that had any point defense, that would completely obliterate our drones. They got more accurate at the end. Perhaps they have to be on a target for a set amount of time before they get into a position where they're actually hitting the target more often. We have 60 of them now, apparently, so I was wrong about the last one. Perhaps they were being killed. A lot of them just died then to being crashing into the side. Mostly because of us. I mean, I'll admit it is my fault a little bit there. A lot. We could build one of our buildings where they are now. Let's just reverse into place. Keep spawning in the drones, do a bit more damage. Oh, look, they all just rammed into the side by themselves then. Silly things. As soon as this one here is destroyed, now I'll spawn in a couple of buildings, and hopefully they'll land on the asteroid, not on the other buildings that actually remain. Go forth! It got knocked around by the drones. I have no idea where the core is now. It's there! Yes, it landed! We are replacing their town with our own. And accidentally destroying the asteroid it was on. That was good. Now, do I save up for more maximum ship resource, or do I just go for the next type of drone? I think at this point we just keep on getting more maximum ship resource until we're almost at maximum, or even at maximum, which I believe is 8,000. That way we can have a load more of these drone weapons. Hello, we have lasers. The poor B faction is being utterly obliterated. I wonder what happens if you put your drone on auto-fire. Just a random thought. Would it automatically choose a target so it doesn't keep swapping when I swap? Or, if I lock onto a target, will I release drones onto that target forever? I didn't even think about that. So I've just locked onto a target, let me just swap. Oh, of course, if I lock onto a target, then I can't actually target something else, can I? So yeah, that's what I need to do from now on to make the drones a little bit more efficient. So they keep going after one target. Although that one seems to have point defense and it's actually causing a lot of problems for us. I'll let the drones finish it off. There we go. Well done, drones. Oi, you stole my resource. Lock onto him. Yeah, actually locking on makes them a lot better, so a little bit more of a positive feeling about them now. We've discovered a lot of the map at this stage. Go after that one. There's a lot of resource from him. And now we'll just stick around until this thing's built up and then sell the resource once again, hopefully being able to increase our maximum ship resource. Or ship size. Or whatever you actually want to call it. Oh, already maxed out, that was quick. Either way, we can, and that's plus 500, which means we can definitely add yet another one of these swarming cores. Shards. Definitely a shard. Infinite drones. Oh, we have over 70 now, that's pretty impressive. Go after that little guy. And now this guy. Heed your master's commands. Focusing a bit too much on controlling this thing. Dink. Well, it was a very gentle dink there against the asteroid at least. And destroy the destroyer. Okay, the drones are doing a lot better now. Yeah, I think me using them better is definitely helping quite a bit. And having 5 of the shards as well. Like a lot of things in Reassembly, it just doesn't work very well until you have the critical mass, and now we're kind of getting there. It seems to be helping a lot. Even with their accuracy still being very questionable. So what is the point of the scouting shards then? I guess similar to the swarming shards, perhaps they're used in high numbers, but rather than the swarming shards, keep them saved up until they're all there and then just release them in a quick volley at the start of a fight, but then you can't really do much else, which is very, very limiting considering you're never going to get the critical mass like this. However, they are stronger per one, which is a pretty big deal. That was the weirdest maneuver I tried to pull off there. Needless to say, didn't go too well. Will the drones kill it? Yes, they will. There's the agents. There's 3 more agents currently on the map. I would like to fight 1 more today. Use the drones. I miss the days of having 400 plus drones. Excuse me. That was a lot of resource and a lot of credits. Okay, I'm actually going to go towards the agent now. I'm a little bit bored of just wandering around, going for the different stations, so let's dodge as much as we can and head on over to the station. To the agent, which could have a station somehow. Now approaching the agent threat, and I've decided we're going to go full drones for this fight, just to see how well they do. So now I have 6 of the swarm shards, so we should be able to make quite a legion of drones fairly quickly. Ooh, pretty enemy. Very, very pretty types of ship. Is that point defense? Please don't say it's point. No, it's just a regular cannon. Okay, that's nice to see. I thought they all had really, really powerful point defense guns then. I was a little bit scared for my choice of weaponry. Though I may have been very much justified, we now only have 8 drones left. I think that was point defense, or at least a lot of point defense. Also, I'm going the wrong way. The agent's leader is a little bit lower. Not too scared of them so far, though. They seem to be very low. Yeah, only 517. Well, that was actually fairly easy. Drones didn't do so well. Still fun to use, though. I mean, I had a little shield of drones before the fight, which was rather nice. And maximum ship resource increased once again. And we add another drone shard. We are testing out how effective drones are and trying to get to maximum ship resource. And thus, more drones must always be added. Always and forever. That went okay. Last one died pretty easily. That one was actually the last one and died even easier. And spawn in some buildings, because we can. Which will float in the ether forever. Or the aether. I'm just going to stay here and let the drones do their work. To be fair, against just singles, they are pretty brutal. 119 drones currently. And once there's no enemies, they'll form a little protective shield around me, which is adorable. Aww, I'm their mummy. I make the best mummy. Okay, let's carry on. And let's try and kill 1 more agent before the end of the episode. We've grew quite a lot this episode, honestly. We're much higher in terms of ship resource. It just doesn't look like it because we've been spending it in something so expensive and small over and over again. How much till the next one? 3,340. That's quite a bit off. On the upside, there's a lot of damaged stations nearby as well. I need more backwards thrusters. That would help out a lot. But do I really want to put so much effort into that and so many points? Uh-oh, we've reached the Borg faction. Drones! Deal with this building! All ram into it in a kamikaze fashion and die. Wow. Almost all of my drones just got lost because they rammed into the building. I have a special type of drone. Little did you know that the swarming drone is actually the kamikaze drone. I see enemies. Hello, enemies. Should really start swarming out, shouldn't we? They're all still going after the building, aren't they? That's our target. Go on, drones, get him. I'm trying to stay out of the fight. No, don't come towards me. I want my drones to kill you. Oh. You meanie heads. Oh god, that one's kind of scary, that gun. Targeting that one. Locked on target and is now dead. Oh, wow, that did a lot of damage. Thankfully, very, very fast regen. So, in conclusion, I think drones, although better than I thought they were, are still not great as a main weapon, at least in comparison to the other options. Our lasers and such are just doing so much better, but saying that, look at that. When you see a swarm of drones go after their prey, it's so satisfying. So for fun, I do love them to bits. And it's not like we're really sacrificing too much power. We're still very, very powerful in close range. We're still a bit of a brawler in terms of our ship type, but still not great. Where is the station? It's over here. Aha! Oh, I see a sentinel. Or at least the sentinel faction. Kill the spider! Kill this talon. I think the main problem is, once the swarm we have is destroyed, it doesn't regen fast enough to really do that much damage still, even with these faster regenning ones. I think I will continue, though, to increase the size of our swarm, more of the shards, just to see how effective it can be in the future. It's going to hurt a lot. Ow, ow. Everything hurts once again. Next time, we'll build a new ship anyway, since we have so much more resource now. It's only fair that we put that into a brand new ship, and then make it an even more impressive battle cruiser. In fact, we're almost at maximum ship resource now, so the amount of size we can have is probably quite impressive. Do I want to use the scouting shards in addition? We could have both. No, oh wow, I just realised, look at the health difference. 200 health for the scouting, only 50 health for the swarming. That's a big difference. But for now, we'll leave it as it is. Can I afford another one? That's 3 more. Sorry, that's 2 more shards we just added. Currently stuck on an asteroid, or at least a bit of dead ship with asteroid inside it. Isn't really helping me want to I want to see how much of a swarm I can make before we leave. Move! Thank you. And begin creating the swarm. 140, 130, going back down again. Is it going to cap out around about here? About 150-ish? Or is it going to get up to 160? Either way, we've almost made a complete shield of drones, which is kind of awesome. Yep, over 160 now. That is kind of fantastic, just kind of oozing out of me constantly. So, with that though, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's episode. If you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Reassembly is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Next time we'll be making a brand new ship, and seeing if we can make something a little bit more impressive. Also, that thing there is firing nukes at us, which killed almost all of my drones. Can't get too close to it, otherwise the nuke will detonate from our point defense when it's a bit too close to us. That's actually really hard to kill. I mean, to be fair, the Sentinels have really high health. What I need to do is make sure I'm not detonating the nuke so close to itself, because that way it's detonating all my drones. Oh, my drones are going after it! Darn it, drones, since when did you act as point defense against nuclear weapons? Nuclear weapons. We'll just stay like this for a while. I think I am doing more damage to it than it's doing to me, just slowly. Also, why are some of my drones stuck on this side? Release the swarm! They're actually getting stuck. I didn't expect that. Need to make sure my ship keeps on moving. Well, it was a long fight, but it was fought very safely, with almost no damage done to our ship. Just a lot of drones were lost. The drones gave their life willingly, so what we need to do is face the enemy if we're releasing drones. Only then can they be released well. Also, I said goodbye about 2 minutes ago. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. If you have any suggestions for the name of the ship, just like last time, please leave it in the comments below. I haven't yet checked the comments as I'm recording this fairly soon after the last one. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.